Welcome back to Super Stubborn Animal, the only place where spiders wear hairy pants and crickets die in denial. Today we dive into the world of misunderstood fluffballs with fangs, the tarantula. But before we begin, let me remind you, this episode is not for the faint of heart or faint of leg, because some of those legs might fall off. It's normal. Let's begin. Tarantulas belong to a family of spiders known as terrify, which sounds like a spell from Harry Potter, but actually just means giant fuzzy spider that could haunt your dreams, but won't. Despite their reputation, tarantulas are surprisingly polite. They rarely bite, never ghost your texts, and most live in peaceful burrows where they mind their own fluffy business. Let's go back to the beginning, not of time, but of life, tarantula style. Those pale little spheres you see, not alien pods, not tapioca. Those are tarantula eggs packed with potential and tiny attitudes. When they hatch, the babies are affectionately called eggs with legs. They are, in fact, ridiculously cute. If you zoom in on one, you might question why Disney hasn't made a Pixar movie about them yet. These spiderlings don't just grow, they molt, not like lava, but more like a very slow, awkward costume change. They literally split open their exoskeletons and pull a brand new spider body out of the old one. It's like being born again, but this time with upgraded knees. Tarantulas don't have typical muscles like us. Nope. These rebels use hydraulics. When they want to move a leg, they literally pump blood into it. That's right, they walk by blood pressure. And if their blood pressure drops, they collapse like a haunted marionette. It's why dead tarantulas curl up, not in fear, but in total loss of fluid engineering. You'd think something so heavy and hairy would be grounded like your internet when it rains. But no, tarantulas can walk on smooth glass thanks to the miracle of microscopic science. Their feet are covered in feathery hairs that grip surfaces using van der Waals forces, which is just a fancy way of saying spider magic. Silk from their feet. Then other scientists said, "Hold my microscope and prove that no, those footprints are more like spider sweat, or maybe foot-licking residue." Science is complicated, but we can all agree, sticky spider feet are both creepy and amazing. Tarantulas live in burrows. Some dig in the ground, others live in trees. But they all decorate like Martha Stewart with a glue gun. They line their burrows with non-sticky silk and leave strands outside like motion detectors. When something walks across the silk, it vibrates, and the tarantula knows it's snack time. Think of it as a medieval burglar alarm, made of butt thread. Those big hairy fangs, they're not just for show, they're hollow, connected to venom glands and shaped like tiny T-Rex arms of terror. When they bite prey, the venom paralyzes and liquefies the insides. Because here's the thing, tarantulas can't chew, they slurp, like a living 8-legged milkshake machine. They squeeze, puree, and filter everything through special hairs, because chunks aren't on the menu. Sometimes the prey puts up a fight. Picture this. A tarantula is calmly eating 2 crickets, but one cricket is eating the other cricket while being eaten. If stubbornness was an Olympic sport, that cricket wins gold. Meet Clarence, a male tarantula with love on his mind and no good plan for avoiding death. Males don't have penises. Instead, they build a sperm web, basically a silky napkin, and deposit their sperm into it. Then, using special leg bulbs called palpal organs, they suck the sperm up into little storage tubes. Then they hit the road, dodging predators, looking for a female, and hoping not to become lunch. When he finds her, he taps on her burrow like a nervous suitor. They communicate in vibrations, a kind of Morse code flirting. If she likes his vibe, literally, she comes out. And then comes the most awkward tango of their lives. He has to use his spurs to hold her fangs out of the way. Then he uses his palpal bulbs to deposit sperm into her spermathecae, little pockets for long-term sperm storage. Once the deed is done, he runs for his life. Because sometimes, spider love ends with a snack. Once she's ready, the female lays eggs into a silk sack, which she sews shut like a haunted beanbag chair. She carries it around, literally dragging her future babies like a fashion disaster. Some embed defensive hairs into the sack to keep predators away. Because yes, even unborn spider babies need security systems. Despite all their skills, tarantulas have one true enemy, the tarantula hawk. It's not a hawk, it's a wasp the size of your nightmares. It finds a tarantula, flips it on its back, stings it with a paralyzing venom, and lays an egg on it. Then it buries the tarantula alive. And when that egg hatches, it eats the tarantula, slowly, from the inside. This is why I don't date anymore. Tarantulas aren't just big hairy spiders. They are delicate engineers, liquid diet specialists, hydraulic acrobats, and hopeless romantics with deadly suitors. They can sense vibrations, walk on glass, shoot webs from their butts, and still die to a flying horror movie with wings. So the next time you see a tarantula, don't scream, salute. Thanks for watching Super Stubborn Animal. If you learned something new, drop a like, comment your favorite spider fact, and subscribe for more true facts about animals that refuse to quit. Until next time, stay weird, stay wild, and don't be that cricket.